Hello dear students, wish you all a rainbow morning. Hope you all are doing very fine and staying safe at home and of course enjoying the online classes. Welcome you all to English literature class. You know very well we have already completed chapter 6. Now we'll begin chapter 7 in The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. Okay. So in chapter 6 you have seen that Miss Sophie requests Huckleberry to bring a Bible which she has left at the church and without telling anybody. Okay. So Huckleberry can't understand why someone will be so much worried for just a Bible. Okay, because he is a child only. But he promises that he will not tell anybody. And he goes to the church, and as he shakes the Bible, moves that Bible, a note actually falls down from there. And what is written there? It's written 2:30. It means this is the meeting time. This is the meeting time of Miss Sophie. Okay, and her boyfriend. When Huckleberry returns, he finds Miss Sophie is still waiting in the same room, and as soon as she sees him, she becomes very happy and hugs him up and says that he is the best boy in the world. Okay, that we have studied. And you know very well who is the boyfriend of Miss Sophie. Of course, Harney Ch.7, one of the family members of her enemy family. Okay, Ch.7, very well. And now what may be the case? Very well. If there is a great enmity between two families and a girl from a family starts loving the girl from another family, you know what may be? The enmity will strengthen, very well. And there will be lot of bloodshed. There will be a great deal of bloodshed. Many people may be killed. And that's what happens here. See here. You know very well, Huckleberry has been separated from Jim in that event when that night the steamboat actually hits their raft and both Jim and Huckleberry fall into the river. So now Huckleberry just goes to the river just for walking, and he is still thinking about the Sophia one, what he has seen there, and of course he has seen the behavior of Sophia. He cannot understand. Then I noticed a boy following me. Then he notices that a boy is coming after him. So he comes to him and says that he has seen a man lying in the swamp. What is swamp? It's a soft wet land near the river or any watery area. Okay. So now, the boy takes Huckleberry, and soon they came to the swamp. And in the swamp, they had to walk. There was water also. What is wading? Means walking in the river. So they had to walk knee-deep water for half a mile, means 1.2 kilometer. They have to walk for 1.25 kilometer, and then they reach a flat piece of land which was dry. Okay, and there were many trees and bushes, and from there that boy actually returns, and from there Huckleberry goes alone to the man who is sleeping, means who is lying. Now he finds, of course, there is a man that is sleeping soundly. He wakes up the man, and he was surprised to find he was nobody but his dear Jim. He wakes him up. I woke him up and thought it would be a grand surprise for him to see me again. Grand means great. Okay, so he wakes him up, and he nearly cried. He was so glad. And as soon as Jim sees Huckleberry, he is so happy that tears start falling, okay, down his ears. He starts crying. He is so happy to find Huckleberry again. He said he had swum along behind me that night. He says that that night when the accident occurred, when the steamboat, wreckage steamboat hit their raft and they fell into the river, that night only Jim was coming after Huckleberry. But when he sees Huckleberry has been chased by the few dogs from that double-story house, double-story building, Jim also, okay, returned. Jim also hid there. And when Huckleberry hides himself there and saves his life, you know very well, dogs started running after Jim. And by God's grace, there were a few other slaves who bring Jim to a safer place. Okay, there at the swamp, and there was no danger of gods. Gods couldn't find him. And since that day, all these slave boys have been giving him food, and Jim is alive. Okay, so they told me how you are getting along. Jim is getting the news, all the news about Huckleberry. The slaves are actually giving him all the news. And during these days, Jim has been repairing the raft. Okay, during actually night time. Which raft? Means Jim has again got the raft, found the raft, taken out the raft from the river. And one end of the raft is broken badly. So Jim has just repaired. Patching up means repairing. Okay. Now listening to that their raft has been found and it's now in working condition, Huckleberry is very happy. There is no bound of Huckleberry's happiness. You mean to say our old raft wasn't smashed all to pieces? Smashed means broken into many pieces. So, no, she wasn't. What is she? Means raft only. One end was torn up a good deal. Only one end of the raft was broken very much. A good deal means very much. A good deal means very much. I don't want to talk much about the next day. Now, what happened the next day? Huckleberry doesn't talk in detail, but he only says that when he wakes up from the river side, Huckleberry returns to the Grangerford's house. Okay, and there he went to sleep at night, and when he wakes up in the morning, he wakes up that day actually very early, means dawn. It's a light is there, okay, before sunrise, So this is the dawn actually, and observes that there was a stillness everywhere. There was no sound. So he suspenses that there must be something wrong. So when he asked the servant says that Miss Sophie has run off with her boyfriend, Harnish person, for the purpose of marriage. I have given you already the word. What is the word for to run for the purpose of marriage? Elope. Okay? E-L-O-P, elope. Now, so what does the servant say? The servant says that Miss Sophie run off, and she ran off sometime in the night. Okay, and she has run off sometime in the night only, and just before 1 hour, the family found out about half an hour ago. So just 30 minutes ago, the family has got to know this news that Miss Sophie has run off. And now women family members have gone to give the news to their relatives, okay, and male members of the family have gone to search for and catch that Harnish person, okay, and kill him before he crosses the river with Miss Sophie. Okay, well, dear students, in this way, that's all for today. Next, we'll just study in the next class. The story is very interesting. As I've already told you, when there is a great enmity, very long enmity between two families, and when a girl member from a family starts loving, okay, a boy member of another family, what will be there? What will be the situation? Of course, it will be very difficult, and of course, that enmity will be worse only. And so does happen here in this case. Okay, of course, many people will be killed. There is great bloodshed. We'll get to know in the later video. Okay, so thank you. Hope you have enjoyed the video. Bye bye. See you. Ciao.